What's up, guys? It's Scott from AceOfAxe RC. I just want to do a quick video on how to build the Krait Sandstorm wheels. It goes with most of their wheels, obviously, but this is with the weights in. So I got the Krait weighted wheels from BoomRacing, so we're going to be putting those in. I've already built one just so I can get familiar with it. Then hopefully I've sorted out all my problems and I can show you guys the right way to do it. It wasn't too bad. It's a little bit time intensive putting the little bits of tape on each one of these weights, and I'm doing 105 grams, and I'll show you on the screen there. 105 grams, and the pattern for that is 3 weights, leave a space, 3 weights, leave a space, all the way around for a total of 15 weights. So for 105 grams you need 15 weights, and that's how many I used last one. The last one, obviously, and I still got plenty left. There's enough to do 140 grams, which is 20 weights. That's all the way around per wheel, so you can do 140 grams per. So alright, so let's get started. So obviously you got the wheel or the tire. The tire that I'm using is the BoomRacing Hustler 1.9. This is a 4.19 Hustler, so it's their new prototype for the smaller diameter, so I'm looking forward to using that. The Krait Sandstorm 1.9 wheels, obviously, in gunmetal. The Krait wheels, Beadlocks, or not, the Krait weight system, and then obviously all this stuff comes with them as well. These are spacers. We'll get into what these are for in a bit, and then the weights, stickers, and the band. So we'll get into it. Alright, so what we got here, what you need, obviously the wheels. So I'm using the Krait 1.9 gunmetal Sandstorms. I've got the Krait weight system that I'm using for their wheels. The Hustler 1.9, 4.19 diameter, and the snail slime, super soft. Those work really good. The other ones I have, the taller ones, phenomenal, so I can't wait to put those on the rig. You've got a load of these spacers that'll go inside the wheel. I'll show you where they're at if you need them. The weights, these are what's left from the last tire I did. And then the stickies, and then the rubber band that goes around them, a 2mm hex driver. Yeah, I use this just to take the just to separate the tape from the weights. So, all right, so let's get started. So clear out some of the stuff we don't need, because right now we're going to be focusing on putting these weights on here, and like I said, we need 15 of them. So there's 1, there's 5, 9, 14, hopefully I'm counting right, 15. See how we did, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yep, messed that one up. Standard. Alright, so here we go. This should be 15. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So now we need to get 15 of these little pieces of tape onto these weights. But we'll do one just to start off and show you how we place them. And so just pull that off. This is the way I always use it for different stuff. So then you just place it on here. Obviously that. And then take the backing off. Oops, a bit tricky sometimes. Especially on camera, of course it gets worse. Alright, there we go. And then the way I put these on is they got different slots in here. I just put them on the edge and then just push them in. And then boom, they're perfect. So again, we're going to do 3 in a row, skip 1, 3 in a row. We're just going to keep doing that. So I'm not going to make you watch the whole process. We'll do a time lapse now. So there we go. So we've got the pattern 3, skip 1, 3, skip 1 all the way around. So again, that's 15 of them. So it gives us 105 grams. Now the next step is to put this rubber band around it. This thing is pretty tight fitting, so just be careful with it. It wants to fly off for sure. Here we go. and then just move it into position so it's in the middle. Obviously it doesn't make too much difference, but you know, just symmetrically looking, I guess, a bit odd like that. So anyway, there you go, rubber bands on, 105 grams round, and now we're ready to put this thing in the wheel, or in the tire. Put the wheel, and now we're ready to put this thing in the tire. Now you can see it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get that in there, so just be ready for that. Definitely have to manipulate it. Luckily the snail slime is pretty forgiving about moving it around, so the tire stretches well. And there you go, that's in there, and it's ready for the wheel. Now the wheel, all you got to do, ignore all these screws in the front. All right, just go straight to the back. There's 5. Needs to be taken off completely. And while we're doing this, just to let you know, on these BoomRacing tools, these hex drivers, they're color coded, so it's easy to see. The green is 2.0, so that's awesome. But all right, so back to the wheels. Now you got the wheels in 3 parts, obviously, and the screws. This middle ring you no longer need because you're using the one in here. So just work this in. And then if you've been on the BoomRacing Facebook lately, you'll know that there's a directional way to put these tires, even though it doesn't look like there is. Apparently there is. So I'm going to build 2 and then study, make sure I got it right for the next 2, so I can still save it at this point. So all right, so get that seat in there, then just look at underneath and make sure, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, make sure that it's making contact with the inner ring there. Now from the last one, I know that I need 1 spacer. So for these spacers, you just pull the middle out along with the plasticky like cover or whatever, and then just use that. Again, I only used 1. Just make sure that the holes are punched out. And then yeah, that's all of them. Well, there's 1 there. Yeah, so just make sure that that's all punched out, put in here. And again, it's just the rings, these spacers in here, you put them in there and then they just shim it basically. So if it's pulling in too much in your tire, the tire looks too, you know, narrow in the middle, you can put more spacers in there. They give you plenty of them, so give you more spacers for that. Then just work this around, get it to fall into place, and then start dropping the screws in. Make sure the spacer lines up. So 5 screws there. And again, only 5 screws. So this isn't. I remember back in the day, it'd be just all the way around the little beadlock. It was ridiculous, but this is so much better. And then always, obviously, star pattern, go across from each other, especially when you start tightening it down. You want to make sure you're keeping it even all the way around. That one, then go straight across from it. Tighten that one down. Across from it. Across. All right, so yeah, I didn't use Loctite because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep on with, I'm just going to go around them all and just cinch them down a little bit. If I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this weight set up or if I'm going to reduce or add. So until I get what's perfect for my rig, I'm just going to leave it unloctited. So there you go. There's the wheel. And then this middle part comes out, this cover. And then that's how you'll put it on. You'll put the axle nut on, and then just screw this back on over top of it. So just make sure, you might want to test fit that before you before you put everything on to make sure that the axle nuts you have will fit inside of there. So there you go. 2 Krait Sandstorm 1.9s with hustlers mounted, ready to go on the truck. So the SCA 1E will be getting these for the Nationals next week. Can't wait to try them out. I know this tread and compound work great, so I can't wait to put them on the Charisma truck and take it around Bracken Rock. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, please, if you haven't already, head to Ace of Axe RC Facebook and click like there, and you'll see a lot of updates over there. And then also, obviously, please subscribe to the channel. And I've been putting out a lot of content lately, and I appreciate everyone's comments and likes and everything on it, so I'll keep putting them out. I really do appreciate your help. Once again, thanks for stopping by the channel. I got 2 more of these to build so I can get my truck ready, but then we'll see you on the trail.